Hello, guys, and welcome to another one of my little streams. Um, I'm actually just trying to post a link to this stream to Facebook so that hopefully more people would join us. I really need to figure out how to post a link to my streams on Facebook like an hour in advance. As you can see, I'm testing doing this at a little bit earlier hour. Normally, I usually start my streams about 2 hours later, which is 11 p.m. for me. Uh, but that's usually because I'm gone for the weekend and then I come back in the evening. But this weekend I was at home, so I decided to do it a little bit earlier um, to see if what the audience reaction to that will be, because hopefully we will get a little more people watching. But who knows? It's hard to time these streams so that they're at some reasonable time for me, but also at some uh, good time for the people over in the U.S. and that part of the world. Um, So hopefully this time slot will work as well. Um, yeah, sort of forgot what I was doing here. Yeah, I wanted to. Man, I'm old. It's they changed Facebook again, and I'm like, why do they have to keep changing stuff? I'm really getting old. Um, I know I'm technically a millennial, but I think I'm more of a boomer in here. Which I guess my love for old Star Wars is in in keeping with that. So yeah, let's see, create post. So anyway, today I'm again going to be working on some shots, and I actually this week I did find some time to finally get to working on Star Wars Despecialized a little bit more. So I did some shots, and I'm putting together again a short video like last time. Um, of like comparing different versions, but this time I actually converted the Specialized 2.5 into the format that I'm able to use for these comparisons. So I will be comparing the new version with the old version of the Specialized, and I will show you in this stream as well. And that there you should be able to see what a huge difference this new version should make for Despecialized. All right, so let's see, what was I looking for here? Yeah. So it's, I will switch to showing you my screen in just a minute here, but this is something you don't really need to see. I'm still just trying to post this thing on Facebook. No. Yeah, I have no idea where that image is. Graphics. No. Yeah, so maybe I'm just not gonna do it this time. Projects, nope. Sounds, graphics. Nope. Okay, so I have no idea where it is. Maybe on D. Pictures. Nope, not here either. So uh, just so you know, I'm actually looking for the picture that I use as the as the stream thumbnail, and I actually have no idea where it is because I keep reusing it from old streams. So, yep, not here. Okay, let's just use this one. I think it must be somewhere. Yep. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, you know what? I'm just not gonna do it. I can't find the fucking picture. So okay, let's just get right to it. There we are. Cool. All right. So as you can see, the shot I want to work on right now is this one, and there was a very minor change here, and that is that they changed this this laser. And actually, what we have here is the denoised version, but that screws with the lasers and stuff. So I'm probably gonna have to check this and possibly use the non-denoised version. But let's see. Okay, that actually seems to work pretty well, the denoising here. So yeah. So this is right here probably the only thing that needs changing in this particular shot. And after that I will get straight away to the next shot, which is a little bit more interesting, and that's this one. So, but before I do that, let me actually show you. Do I have these? Yeah. If I go to here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to open a different script for this. Yep. I'm gonna have to install a new version of Nuke soon. So anyway, well, while we're waiting for that to open, I'm just gonna check your comments. And my friend Jakub is saying he is a boomer. I can confirm. Yeah. Man, I'm old. Like with my phone, whenever there's an update, I'm like, well, why is it different again? So yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah, so this is actually for the little short that I'm preparing, and as you can see, if we zoom in here, so this is and it's already zoomed in, this shot for this comparison, because I I know that a lot of people are watching these short videos on their phones, so I decided to have like a zoomed in version of the shot there. Um, and as you can see, this is Despecialized, the last version of Despecialized. Well, actually, the last version is 2.7, but there was very minor changes, mostly just to the color correction. And I didn't do it myself. So uh, so I'm actually using 2.5 here. And as you can see, the difference in resolution is pretty huge. And can possibly, yep. Might be easier to just do this. Go here. Here we are. So here's the comparison, and you can, and I don't know how well you can see in this stream. Also, I should mention that the color correction on the new one is very much work in progress. So, but it is sort of in the ballpark of what I'm planning, which is sort of in between this like 4K 77 color grading and like the more neutral official color grading. And let's actually see, we can probably zoom this in here. So yeah, so here we are with old Despecialized versus new. Again, there will probably, it won't show up quite as well on the compressed stream, but you should still see there's a huge difference in detail between 2.5 and 3.0. Especially, you can see it in the faces, of course. And you can, of course, also see that the corridor replacement, which I don't know, some of you watching may not even know this, but for the special edition, they redid this set extension of the corridor so that the perspective would be correct. So in order to restore the original, I'm actually taking the UHD Blu-ray and I'm only replacing or putting back the part that they replaced in the special edition. And of course, in the last version of Despecialized, what I used for this was the 1997 special edition, which they only made this change for the first time for the 2004 DVDs. So the 1997 special edition didn't have those changes, but it also didn't come out in HD. So my best source was this anamorphic TV broadcast. So as you can see, the extension is even worse quality than the actual rest of the footage, and it's sort of shaky and stuff because at the time I didn't really know that much about tracking and stabilizing footage and stuff. So now I can do a much better job of that, and especially with the 4K scans of the originals available thanks to the 4K 77 team. Yeah. But this also shows nicely why I stuck with 720p for the earlier versions of Despecialized, because I was using standard definition sources. And so in a shot like this, it doesn't stand out as much. The standard definition source doesn't stand out as much. Like, imagine if you had this quality that we have at the top, and you had the corridor from this quality. That just would not work. So thanks to now being able to use the 4K scans, we can get a hugely improved quality for this kind of shot for Despecialized. And of course, even there will be a huge improvement even on shots where we're cutting to a different source entirely. All right, so let's have a look at the yeah, I maybe didn't even need to open this after all, but actually while I'm here, let me just copy this 2.5 Despecialized source, and I can maybe even show you some before and afters. Okay, so let's close this, go back here. Okay, something's definitely wrong here. Of course, because that's the zoomed in bit. All right. So actually here you can see nicely, this is the version 2.5 of the shot that I want to work on today. And here is the 4K 77 scan of it, and yeah, and as you can see, the end of the corridor here is so much better quality on the 4K 77 scan, and this is actually one of the shots where it's definitely, even at the 720p, it's definitely very visible that the changed bit is lower resolution than in the old version. Right. And you could probably say the same for all of these other shots that I did. Well, anyway, so let's actually start with this shot, because showing you the replacement of just one laser probably wouldn't be very interesting. And what I'll probably end up doing anyway is maybe just doing it on that one frame and exporting just that one frame, and then putting it together in Premiere. Because the shot is very long, so it wouldn't make sense to export the entire shot. All right, so let's actually start with the beginning of this one. There we are. All right. Okay, so this is the shot we're working on, and as you can see in the what the hell? There we are. As you can see, the camera here is seemingly static, but if we zoom in here and we make like this little target here around something, you can clearly see that it's moving a little bit. So we are going to have to stabilize the 35mm footage, and then match move it to the Blu-ray footage. So here we are. First I'm gonna try to match the size and position. Let's do this on the first frame. And now hopefully, yep. And now you can wonderfully see what's been changed. Okay, now it might be a good idea to pre-render the denoising here. I'll probably actually use the heavier denoise for this particular one. Do we have the right? Yes. And while we're waiting for that, I can check some of your comments. So, Harmy, I'm a huge fan of your work. So happen to be online. Learned so much about restoration from your work. Thank you. How's everything going? It's all right. It's we again, the COVID situation in the Czech Republic was getting quite bad, but seems the numbers are now going down a little bit. Hopefully it will stay that way, but we don't know really. Other than that, yeah, I'm very busy at work right now, which is actually great because for a while there it looked like we may not have that much work, but at this moment we have so much work, and yeah, but I'm still finally finding some time to work on Despecialized. Although I must say, my hope that I would have something for you before the end of the year that's just not gonna happen. Sorry guys, but hopefully early next year you could see something, maybe at least some work print or something like that. Eric Brown is asking, are you excited to see the Book of Boba Fett? I will refer you to my YouTube channel where I have a reaction video to the Book of Boba Fett trailer. And my opinion hasn't changed yet. So. Yes, that is finished now. So let's see. This unfortunately doesn't work. Pisses me off. Okay. Because there are a lot of shots in this sequence that are like one right after the other, I decided to just use one script for the entire sequence. So render. Oh, no. Yeah, actually here you can see some of the shots, which are some of the shots that I already finished. This actually shot was censored, and they cut these first few frames of the guy being hit. And of course here we have the corridor replacement again. here's another one, and a couple more. So yeah, I was going for sources 30. Yeah, that's 35mm 02, cleaned heavy, and it should be the last one. And yes, here we are. So I pre-rendered the denoising because it's pretty GPU heavy, and it would slow us down. This way it should be much faster. Don't need this anymore. It's funny, I've used this before in my stream, so sorry if you're hearing this for the second time, but the match grade node is actually for matching the color grading, and it doesn't work very well for that, but it has this align sources function, which I use all the time. Right, so now let's do some tracking. Also see if the color correction I used for the last shot will work on this one. Well, it got us closer, but not quite there. Let's get tracking. And what we need to track as close to the place we're going to be replacing as possible, but I'm not sure. Oh, damn, we should use the first frame. Let's do it again. Yeah, for some reason this keeps not working for me, but luckily I can just do a range tracker, which does the exact same thing. Frankie Westmoreland is saying, that's good to hear, Harmy, about COVID. And it's all good about getting stuff out later. Take all the time you need. You do restoration post work, right? Well, first of all, thank you. And the question, you do restoration post work, right? Good to hear more work is coming in. Yeah, well, I actually, professionally, I don't do restoration. I did for a while, or rather remastering. But right now I actually do visual effects, compositing. As you can see me here, we're working in Nuke, and that's the software I use at work for like compositing. Say when they film something on a green screen for a movie, I am the one who replaces the green screen, but I'm usually not the one who creates creates the thing that is put in the background. That's usually the 3D department or the matte painting department. I, as a compositor, take all those different sources and put them together, sort of like what I'm doing here for Star Wars, which actually is not a proper like restoration per se, because again, I'm more like doing compositing of different sources rather than doing a proper restoration. Jakub is asking if I'm planning official channel merch. Something like t-shirts or caps having "I am Despecialized" written on it. I haven't thought of it, but I don't know. Would there be any interest in that? Okay, so we have this tracked. Let's add another tracker on this side. It's actually pretty clever what Jakub wrote. If it just said "Despecialized," it wouldn't be infringing on any copyright. So that might work, but I don't know if that's something I would want to do. Want to do. Sounds like a hassle. But if there's somebody out there who wants to do it and give me a cut, I'm open to it. Right. So we have this tracked. For those interested, what I just did was I used both of those trackers and I checked that I want them to be used for translate, which is like up and down and side to side movement, rotate and scale. So that way uh, it should stay perfectly stable on all the axes. When I output the stabilize node from here. Right, so let's have a look. Up. So it's frozen on this first frame, the tracker, but hopefully this way we should be able to see. Yeah, we can't really see anything, so I don't know, maybe it's not really moving it. No, I did something wrong there. I don't know. But okay, let's see a little bit of before stabilization. You can see the frame moving around quite a bit. And after stabilization, and hopefully it should be rock solid. And so it is. So now we have to. Now we're gonna have to do the same tracks on the special edition footage. And from here, we will export a match move node, which will match the motion of our stabilized 35mm footage to our Blu-ray footage. Okay, now let's have a roto node. And let's make a mask around the area that's changed. Here. Okay, now we have this cut out. We can put it over here. And let's make the mask soft. Okay. I took the grading from our own source. Okay, so let's pick a black point here. And let's have a look here and pick the same point here. This should actually match the black levels more or less. Less than more, but we'll work on that some more. We also need the white point. Okay, let's this bit. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work. So I guess I'm gonna have to do it manually. Yeah, that's much worse. Okay. color correction. Take the green down quite a bit. Now, of course, if I generally take the green down, it's gonna make everything that's white totally purple. But this is where hopefully our white point oh no. That's not gonna work, is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to have to do correction for highlights. Interesting that getting so much red in the highlights. Try and getting that a little bit more blue. But yeah, still generally just still too red. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is actually despill this. So a despill is a technique that's used for green screen compositing, where you have green reflecting on stuff from the green screen. So then you use a despill node to get rid of the green, but keep the rest of the colors intact if possible. So let's do a little bit of a green despill here. Okay, this isn't bad. We just need to get a little more nuance. A touch of blue, probably. Yep, better. And we want to get rid of the red from the bright areas still, so get back on that. See before, after. Okay, I think to make this work properly I'm gonna have to make this a little bigger because it didn't quite match the colors there, so yeah, this way it should match much better. Actually, let's only stretch the feather. All right. Yep. Let's see if it works in motion. Actually, first let's have this connected with the crop and everything. Right, and while we're loading this, let's have a look at the comments again. Eric Brown says, at original Star Wars fan for sure. I am so grateful for Harmy and him giving us the, I'm guessing he means ability, not agility, to still see the originals. Thank you. I'm very happy I was able to do it myself. Yeah, I think this will still need a little bit of color correction. I'm gonna have to check what the options are here, but overall I think this will probably work very well. Let's see. Yeah, the motion seems well matched. It's nice and clean. Yeah, I think we're pretty close on this one. don't know if the stabilization is quite perfect. Let me have a look from a little further away. No, I think it's fine. It's probably just because it actually is all moving, so. Wow, I've been going on for almost an hour again. Doing it at this earlier hour is actually kind of nicer for me in some way, because I'm not as tired, but then I usually don't have the time to do it earlier. And also looking at the viewership we're getting, I'm guessing the later hour is probably better for that as well. But thanks everyone who is here for being here. And hopefully next time I will be able to prepare ahead of time and maybe post a link to Facebook and the originaltrilogy.com and stuff. So anyway, for those who missed the stream, it of course will be available to watch later on my channel. And yeah, I guess let's see. Let's have a look at this. So here we are, the special edition and Despecialized 3.0. I would say in some ways probably 3.0 looks a little even better than... what I'm guessing is they probably used the assets from the 2004 version for this and just re-rendered in 4K. So actually the special edition does kind of look lower resolution in the area where they make the change, doesn't it? So yeah, here we are. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and may the Schwartz be with you.